All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Keeping It Comic Live, coming to you again on a Monday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got a lot to go through today, Dezzy. We got a lot. There was a lot of announcements that came out last week.
Yes.
We got a lot to talk about. We got some things that were already on the docket, but then we got some new things on the docket. We're going to be talking about the Ultimate Endgame, which has sparked a lot of conversation. We got DCKO that's going to be coming as well towards the end of the year. Some crazy stuff is going on right now with Jonathan Hickman's Imperial. So we're going to be talking about that. And hopefully we
Yes.
can get to a couple other things, whether it's X-Men or Fantastic Four drops this week.
Oh, I
So,
can't wait.
right, we got some stuff to talk about there, man. But otherwise, man, how you doing? How is your weekend? How are things going?
Man, everything's good. I'm ready to dive into this. So much comic stuff, so much, whether it's movies or shows or whatever. It's just a lot going on, even with news. I sent you some stuff earlier today.
Yeah, you
That
sent
we
me some
gotta
stuff that like there's one thing that really upset
yes,
me, and I'm gonna talk
yes,
about it like probably towards the end of the show, but
yes.
we'll save that one for last. But let's say what up to everybody that's in the chat so far. Brick, Omega, what is going on?
What's going
We
on,
know
guys?
we list some the others that are here too. Appreciate y'all being here. But without further ado, let's actually just dive directly into it here. So the first thing I wanted to talk about
Oh,
is
I'm right there with you.
is Ultimate Endgame. Like,
This is about to be
so
crazy.
the maker is finally coming out of the dome in December
Correct.
of this year, which if you've been following the Ultimate Comics, Ultimate Spider-Man, the Ultimates itself, if you've been Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate Wolverine, and I know I haven't really checked much into Ultimate X-Men, but I believe based on this poster, if y'all haven't seen this yet, so this is
That I didn't
no,
see that.
this is part of the poster. There's another one that I'm apparently I'm technically challenged today. I'll pull it up and I'll show it to you in a second. But this poster I thought was kind of fire, but I think some people kind of felt some type of way about it, man. And because they kind of felt, I'm gonna go to AIPT because he usually has some pretty good stuff here. So this is the poster right here for for Ultimate Endgame, right? And I got kind of like some feedback that people didn't really like this because it looks too much like the MCU version of
I was
Endgame.
I was saying that in my head. This
Yeah.
is their version of that.
Mhm.
But I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with the homage. This is their end game.
Yeah, it is. And like obviously, so I have a theory, right? And I could be wrong about this theory. I think that that's because what's going on, Nigel and keeping it raw. What's going on with y'all? So I feel like they did this to attract new readers, right? People who were probably really into Endgame. They are probably new to comics. And this was just one way for them to say, all right, let's give you some familiarity a little bit to
Mhm.
get you excited and let you know that this is like a big thing. That's what I think that they're doing. Is they're just like, all right, we're calling it Ultimate Endgame in the first place. That's already going to be a trigger, right? And then
Yep.
in addition to that, then we're also going to give you a poster that will resonate with you, that you'll pick up on
Yeah,
really quickly. That's what I thought they did. So I don't really have a problem with it, but I
me
saw a
either.
lot of people who are upset about this, and I was like, yo, this cover is fire. I'm gonna see if I can even
Yo,
find like
especially that
a better shot for
Wolverine.
it. Yo, the one
Yo, that Wolverine, I like it.
he's looking crazy, right?
Here's the thing when it comes to variant looks of Wolverine, it's either hit or miss.
Yeah,
There's never in between. I
yeah,
think
no,
that
for
one looks
sure.
fire.
I agree, bro. I agree. I think sorry. I'm trying to pull it up. You can go ahead and keep talking. I'm trying to pull it up,
Yeah, for sure.
like see the actual.
What's going on, guys? I see you keeping it raw. Jay, how's it going? I'm glad you guys can make it in. Personally, though, I kind of like this homage. I mean, I can see this as a staple of anytime they do something in-game related in Marvel in general, they might do this, whether it's a video game, whether it's a comic book, whether it's a movie or a show, they might actually use this as their stamp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a fire image if you ask me. Like I think it's one of those things where it's like it gets me excited to say, okay, here's a better image of the entire poster. Let me see if I can get it so that everybody can see it. So Ultimate Endgame. And I want to talk about a couple of the characters that are on here because there's one that I don't really recognize, right? And maybe you guys will know because I think this is from the Ultimate. What's going on, Jay? I think it's from the Ultimate X-Men series, but it's kind of weird because I'm not really
I was
familiar with the
gonna ask.
character.
So okay.
Yeah. So obviously the Maker, that's the big one. Iron Lad, we know Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate Wolverine. Like I said, his beard is looking crazy.
Yeah.
Ultimate Cap, Ultimate Wasp, who right now she's informing the head of hand, but a lot of people think that that's kind of like a ruse. And then we got Doom, of course. This character I don't know, but I believe that she's from Ultimate X-Men. Just it has to be my guess, right? Anybody know who this is?
And that's the one you said you haven't really been keeping up with, correct?
Yeah, I've not really been keeping up with. Probably going to binge it like literally before this happens. I'll probably binge everything because
Okay.
that's how I usually do life is just maximum binge. But
I get you. I
do want to talk about something that Jay just brought up in the chat though. He's like, yo, I just saw Superman way better than expected. Yeah, see,
We told you.
Yeah, yo, I get it. People who don't like it, I understand their gripe, but at the same time, I'm just like, nah, man, this was solid.
Mhm.
So one of the things that I saw because I was trying to do some research on to see if we knew anything else about this show right now, and at the current moment, what we're not really going to find out a lot of the details here until this Saturday, right? Because I think
Oh yeah, at
there's,
a show, right?
San Diego Comic-Con, and that's when we're going to find out information. So Jonathan Hickman and I think Dennis Camp are supposed to be there, and they're going to be showing more or talking a little bit more in detail about what exactly this is going to look like. And when I say what exactly, like to a certain extent, right? They're going to keep some things very, very close to the vest here. I don't think it's Hall H. I don't think they've ever really done that stuff in Hall H, like to do like reveals and stuff like that at that
No, I don't think
magnitude
so.
For comics. I don't think that that's going to happen. But my question is like, this is probably going to be the end of the Ultimate Universe, right? Like whatever
Mhm.
this is probably going to be the end
The
of the
end all.
Ultimate Universe. Like, are y'all ready for that? Like,
Man, I am. I hope it's straight chaos too.
Expand on that. What do you mean?
With the Maker finally coming out, it's already great storyline. You get what I mean? But when the Maker comes out of his dome, I
Yeah,
want it to be bananas.
yeah,
I need mayhem, chaos, things to be disorder. I want his impact to be something like it needs to be worth that buildup. I don't want something that is very distasteful, like he comes out and it's just a waste.
yeah. So the reason why I brought up that question is, Reese,
Mm-hmm.
as of late, they've had some really rough endings for a lot of these big stories, right? We saw what happened with Venom War.
Yep.
Absolute what was the 4-part series with DC again? It was oh my gosh, you read it. You know it.
Not the
Well,
all in, right?
no, before we got Absolute Superman and Absolute Batman. What was that series?
I can't ever recall.
You I know you read all 4 issues of it. I just don't remember what the series was called. But the one with Waller taking everybody's powers and all that, people losing their powers. Absolute Power. Thank you.
Absolute power. Yes.
Yeah,
Absolute power.
like I thought that didn't really have a great ending. So there's been a lot of these stories that just haven't had a very good ending, and I'm just like wondering, like, are we ready? And obviously, I'm crossing universe, crossing DC Marvel here, but it's like overall, there's been a lot
No,
of
we get the point of what you're saying, though.
yeah, because DC's done the same thing. There's been a lot of stories that just haven't ended well. They haven't been good arcs. So I kind of don't want to see it end. And I'm also just concerned because we saw what happened with Jonathan Hickman's Krakoa.
Mhm.
We saw what happened there. So it's like, are we really ready for it to end? Because I think up until this point, the Maker has been such a phenomenal villain. And what's been so good about the writing of this, like all these Ultimate Universe comics, is that the Maker really hasn't been in majority of it, but you've just
No.
felt his
His presence.
presence throughout the entirety of every single series that is written, every single like tie-in series, whether it's
Yes.
Ultimate Spider-Man, whether it's Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate Wolverine, I'm assuming Ultimate X-Men as well. Like the Ultimates, these been such an integral part, and it controls so much of the story that like I'm almost like, dang, I know it's coming soon. I know it has to end soon, but what are we
Mhm.
like? Are we ready for that to end? Because these are the best comics right now. On the
Yeah.
Marvel side, these are the best comics that are out. So like, are we really ready for that to be done?
I that's why I say I hope it's mayhem. We need him to be impactful. Like you said, with Venom War, there was no impact for that ending. And I think you, me, we talked about a lot of people were let down. I don't want that same repeated process with this. I'm
Mhm.
looking very forward to see what the maker brings. What has he been cooking in this dome? We need it to be something worth the while.
Yeah. So, and then with that being said, I mean, where do you rank the Maker as like a villain? You know,
Ooh,
like as like like where do you put him?
that's tough. I would say that's tough. See, that's tough to scale.
When if Pedro Pascal becomes the Maker after Galactus eats Earth?
I don't think they'll make that decision. I don't want to get too into
Nah.
that, but I don't think they'll make that decision.
Nah.
I would say this. I think he is a cool villain.
Mhm.
And I love the direction they're going with him. I don't think I can scale him yet. Only because,
You haven't seen
I
his end.
need,
You haven't
yeah,
seen his finish.
exactly. I don't think I can scale him yet.
So to what Keeping a Raw is saying, right? So he's saying here, is Marvel willing to end it, and how can they when it's the most profitable for them? So I hear you on that. I just look at it from the perspective of like all good things have to come to an end at some point. Like how exactly do you continue on the story? Um,
Mhm. Without drying it out.
well, I trust Hickman and I trust Dennis Camp. Like I'll be honest with you, like
Oh, I'm fans. I
I
get it.
I feel like they can continue it on. Um, they should. If you ask me, like they should. You know, that's it's the same thing that I said with like the MCU. What's going on, Quanos?
What's going on, man?
What I said to you was about the MCU that like they shouldn't end the multiverse saga.
Mhm.
The multiverse saga shouldn't end, or at least the aspect of multiverses shouldn't end, right? Because I think that there are some interesting elseworld stories, if you want to look at it from that perspective, that can be told. The
Yep.
problem is, it's usually like what quality of stories are you going to be getting? And I feel like with Dennis and with Jay Hickman, I just feel like you have two of the best writers in Marvel right
Mhm.
now. Dennis has been doing a phenomenal job with the Ultimates. Like the Ultimates
Oh,
is a
yeah.
phenomenal story, and he's done such a good job of like telling like developing these individual characters and bringing them on this arc, while you can clearly tell, of course, like this entire series is really about Iron Lad, about Tony Stark.
Yes,
But
correct.
still, at the same time, they've been doing a really good job of like showing us a little bit of Cap and like his history, and then also at the same time doing the same thing with the Human Torch with Hammond, right? And then they did a good sort of like introductory story here to Charlie, to Hawkeye. Like they've even explored America Chavez, and the way that they did that was so
Which I thought
beautiful with
was I was
showing
about to say
the,
that was cool.
the Guardians of the Galaxy, like of the future. So like they've done so well with a lot of these stories that I feel like there's more stories that can be told, right?
Mhm.
But the big cog is, what do you do with the Maker? How do you, because he is the one that created the Ultimate Universe. So if the thing is to then bring him out of the dome so that
Yep.
then you can defeat him, then when he's defeated, what else do you have left?
So
You
here
still have
would
the
be my
universe. Yeah, but go ahead.
here would be my thing to add to what you're saying, and this is just my thought of what they could do.
Mhm.
Once the Maker is defeated, because eventually that has to come to some sort of end. Maybe it's a situation of the ripple effects of what's left after that.
Okay.
The aftermath is, for example, Miles is not in his original universe anymore. We know it's been destroyed, but now he's got to get accustomed to this whole other mayhem of this whole new lifestyle. Other people have been ripped from universes. People have been changed, and they're still going through this aftermath even without the Maker.
Oh, so you're talking about like Miles not being 1610, but then having to live in 616, and then now he's back in
It
the
doesn't
ultimate
mean
universe of
we don't know
616.
the universe actually destroys. You get what I mean?
I think they were pretty clear about. Whoa, what did I just press? I think they were pretty clear here about like what happened with 1610.
No.
What's
I'm
going on there?
saying once the Maker is killed,
Oh, okay, I
right?
get what you're saying.
That doesn't mean his universe that he created is actually destroyed. So maybe they continue, and it's the mayhem of the Maker's universe with him gone.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's
What's
what I'm
going on,
saying.
Derek?
My guy and not my guy. What's going on, Derek? I'm telling you, we're gonna have to make these into shirts.
Right, for real. Like my shirt's gonna have to say my guy, and yours gonna have to say not my guy. It's too funny. But yeah, that's just my piece. We'll continue to think about that. But let's transition, man, because I want to talk about this too before we get to off track. So this information also came out as well this week that we're going to be getting a DC KO
yes.
series.
Oh man, bro, do you know how hype I am for this?
So this is like fire. Hold on. Keeper Raw says maybe Tony is becoming the bad guy and he goes to create villains. Okay, so they shift the story. The story shifts to okay. We stop the Maker, but then now who's been released upon this earth is Iron Lad, who has shown that he can now create his own dome. I get what you're saying. Well, I get what you said. Would be a great way to soft reboot 616. So it's kind of just like what happened with Secret Wars. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Could be reunite MJ and Peter. Oh,
that would be the destruction of our universe.
We could only hope, but then at the same time, do we even want it anymore, guys? Or do we even care anymore?
Nah, I gave up. But that's a different story.
It's a different story. It's a different story. So this is crazy, right? Because when I read this, this right here,
this is hypeness.
Only one hero can knock out the rest and be crowned King Omega, which is KO. Heroes will rise, legends will fall. It's time for a cosmic throwdown. DC today announced its next comic book event by co-architects Joshua Williamson, who's been writing some pretty good Superman right now, and Scott Snyder. DC KO this fall. The gloves come off as the greatest superheroes in the universe enter the arena in a thunderous tournament, where the stakes are sky high and the cost of victory may be too steep to bear. Starting in October, this publishing event puts heroes to the ultimate test of strength, loyalty, and knockdown drag-out brawls, which 32 fighters will enter the Tournament of Champions. Who will rise through the brackets and rival Darkseid against his ever-growing Omega powers, and what sinister secret lies at the absolute heart of Apocalypse? Get ready for the most fun you'll have all year at a death tournament. So
this is about to be DC's crazy moment.
So this is going to be insane, right? This is about. I'd cry.
No, so Brick
forever. Sorry, we're still behind on sub chat. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Brick was like, oh, I thought we were still talking about new Endgame. So I think people are a little lost. So I was just clarifying for the whole chat. No, what we just read was for the new DC comics. It's called DCKO.
Yeah. And this is stemming from the DC All In series and basically what's happening in the universe. That's what's going on.
DC's Tournament of Power.
Oh my gosh. Have y'all seen the upcoming MJ Venom versus Nobe? Listen to me. I am not emotionally prepared to talk about that yet. So please, let's just give me some time. I'm not.
Uh,
I'm not emotionally prepared to talk about that. Please, please.
oh man.
I saw the cover. I saw the cover of the comic, and I was like,
Yep.
what's happening?
No, we don't have enough time to go on a rant today, because if we go on a rant, listen, this is about to be a 4-hour live stream.
Maybe we'll save some time towards the end. This is about to be fire because Scott Snyder has been cooking with the absolute. Yeah.
Facts.
So Scott Snyder with Absolute has been great. Joshua Williamson with Superman in general has been phenomenal. I'll tell you, like Ram V also with New Gods, and that's what I looked at with this.
New Gods is cooking.
Because they talk about apocalypse, right, and all this, and I'm like, New Gods is a part of the DC All In stuff too. So to me, nah. So hold on. Go ahead. You talk, and I'll pull something up real quick because it's something that's pop up in the chat.
Yeah. Just in general, the DC, Absolute Universe is just cooking right now. Personally, I'm loving what they're doing with the Green Lantern series. Flash is slowly cooking up. Batman is gruesome as could be. I mean, Wonder Woman, I'm loving how they changed her direction. Really, they're not missing right now. So if you put all these people plus more into a tournament, I think it's about to be crazy. And I'm pretty sure in this tournament, we're going to get people who we haven't seen in the Absolute Universe yet.
Yeah, no, I get you. No, you can keep talking. I'm looking something up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. I'm sure we will get some of the New Gods in there, which you have to actually. You're talking about Superman. There's no way you're not bringing in some of the gods to have to go against Superman.
Yeah. So the thing that you're talking about, the all new Venom thing, there is supposed to be, so there's an issue where Null is supposed to return.
I did see something about that.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right now. It came out, I think, like last month is when it was announced.
So, Quanos, I would love to see that. I don't think we live in a world where that would be appropriate. I think the way the world is now, if we got live action Absolute Universe, people would boycott those movies. They're just too dark.
Yeah.
I just can't see those happening for superhero movies. Superhero movies now are basically, they got to be somewhat family orientated.
Yeah. All right. So this is what I think it was quite else. This is what you were talking about, right? This is what I saw. This is what you saw.
Yep,
right?
I seen that too.
Okay. All right. I just want to double check. We're gonna immediately audible off of this because once again, I don't want to talk about it tonight. I got to get to bed at a decent time today. I can't do it. I can't do it.
He said, I looked it up to say I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I just wanted other people to see it just in case you guys haven't seen it as of yet. So that's not coming out until October. I'll rant closer to October about it. Okay, let's see with some time. So I've been keeping up with all new Venom, by the way. Not to get too sidetracked. I've been keeping up with all new Venom. It hasn't been super annoying, but it's just that it's happening. Well, let's move on. All right, so back to DCKO. No, so I'm in complete agreement with you. Now, I don't know who these characters are yet. Like which 32 fighters will enter the tournament of champions or whatever. Like I don't know.
I hope
who
they
that
don't
is
tell
yet.
us all 32. I don't want to know. I want to read and be surprised.
Yeah, same here. Like we know Superman is supposed to be like at the crux of this story. I think what I understand about it, they say it's supposed to be the emotional. I mentioned while the battles are epic, the emotional center lies with Superman because they mentioned here that like Metal was like a Batman story, Death Metal was more Wonder Woman, and so like DCKO is supposed to be more of a Superman story, which is the reason why. So this week we're supposed to see Darkseid's Legion or Legion of Superheroes, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, they're supposed to be coming, right?
From the Absolute Universe. They're supposed to be going directly. They're supposed to be coming for Superman, right, in his universe. So that is, I think, kind of like another setup, right, for eventually DCKO and all that stuff. And I think that arc is supposed to last a little while too, if I'm not mistaken. Let me I'll look it up and let you guys
And
know.
by the way, too, did you see one of the tie-ins for DCKO, the Omega Act?
Yeah, so that was that like Justice League. There's like a Justice League
Yeah,
thing, right?
if you scroll down, it's right below that. They show a picture of it.
Okay, DCKO.
Yep, right there, bro. That looks bananas.
This right here is insane.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's about to be and I think that comes out in October.
So this right here.
Oh yeah, October 1st.
October 1st. Yeah, October 1st. Justice League, the Omega Act. So that's supposed to be just like a prelude to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely a great year to be into comics. It's a great year.
I feel you, Quan. I feel you, my guy. I don't want to talk about it because I hate it. That's fair, Jay. No, so this to me is one of the most exciting things, and and we've already agreed with it. A lot of us have already agreed on this already. Is that the Absolute Universe overall?
It's amazing.
Has been better than the Marvel Ultimate Universe, right? Like it's been better. Not that the Ultimate Universe has been trash. It's just that the Absolute Universe has just been so dark and chaotic. Like Absolute Batman, so dark. Absolute Superman, so dark. Wonder Woman is just, you've never really seen Wonder Woman like this before. It's been really good. So no, I'm super excited. The only thing I'm not like really looking forward to is just like it's Titans, because I don't. I mean, DCKO Titans. I don't know. Like, yeah, your own time. That's supposed to be another one of the little preludes or stories to this as well. There's Superman 31.
Yeah, so that's gonna be crazy. I think that's the one where he becomes like the Man of Apocalypse or something. That's supposed to be crazy too.
Yeah, so so 28. Well,
I think they're both one shots, by the way.
Yeah, so 28 is supposed to be Darkseid's Legion coming to attack Superman.
Yeah, Quanos, it's a 48-page one shot. Yeah, crazy.
Then 29 is supposed to be possible such a future, the law. Superman and an impossible ally search the future for the lost legion of superheroes. What happened to it, and can it help the battle against Darkseid's Absolute Legion? Then we get 30, which this comes out in September. So this is right before. Right before all that happens, right? Booster Gold, fugitive of the Darkseid Legion. Superman has found the mysterious hero known as Booster Gold. Together, they must return to the present day to warn the Justice League, but Darkseid's Legion stands in the way, right? So, like, this is really like this arc of Superman right now is like really fun. Like this is like oh shoot, this is like really fun stuff that's going on right now.
Don't abuse yourself online.
Listen, my phone almost fell and dropped on my toe. Listen, this is how large my phone is. My phone is not small, so like if this drops on my
that's a tablet.
If it drops on my toe, I'm not gonna cry, but I'm gonna let out a loud yelp
or a yodel.
Like one of those things are happening. Ultimate X-Men outside of Wolverine still confuses me. So the thing about Ultimate X-Men is just the art style is just so weird to me and different. It's just hard for me to kind of keep up with it. It's not even bad. It's just not my cup of tea.
What, Ultimate Wolverine?
No, Ultimate X-Men.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was reading a comment, so I kind of.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Absolute Batman is still my favorite, but Absolute Green Lantern. So Absolute Green Lantern is really good. I'm
loving Absolute Green Lantern. They're cooking.
Yeah, Absolute Green Lantern is really good storytelling here. I think the mysterious ally who goes with Superman in 28 is a time trapper. Yeah, so if you saw my video today, he escapes the Absolute Darkseid's Legion. He escaped them. So it's most likely that's going to be the mysterious ally, is him. And at the end of this all, what I was thinking is that he's going to be the sleeper where I think that somehow in all of this, the time trapper gets what he wants, which is that they have to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to be able to get them to stop Darkseid, that he plays such a major part in this, because you have to kill Doomsday so that he could become stronger and do exactly what Doomsday had asked you to do from the very beginning.
From the
from the
whole start of it.
From the whole start of it,
all this stuff.
exactly what he told you that you needed to do. Peach Momoko is cool, but I don't get why she's so popular. Listen, like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with what she's doing. It's just different for me personally. And then this is the story. Superman and his allies have been thrown into a dangerous game to capture the heart of Apocalypse at the center of Earth. But what is the heart of Apocalypse, and how are its origins tied to Krypton? And why doesn't Darkseid's Legion want Superman to find out? And that
makes me wonder if they're gonna switch. Yeah, the whole story of how it's tied to Krypton and stuff. I'm curious how this is gonna tie out.
Yeah, I am too, and they can it can be. I think it's gonna be good. Like I think it's gonna be good, because everything has been. We had like this great start to like for DC All In, like after Absolute Power, when Time Trapper Doomsday comes to talk, Lex Luthor still didn't really have his memories and all that
fire.
Yeah, and then this little scoop part art that just happened with like the Red K Kryptonite. Mm-hmm. I felt like it was just a way for them, because y'all know about the Red Kryptonite thing, right? Dr. Farm and Graf, like they were the ones that had infused or given Superman the Red K Kryptonite. That was a story that was back from issues 1 through 4. So they kind of felt like they had to finish that story off. I felt like that's the reason why they did it. They were just like, okay, we have to get the Red K out of his system so that we can finish off that arc. We got to get Lex Luthor out of the way. We got to like normalize some things in Metropolis so that we can then bring in some chaos in Metropolis. Essentially, weaken the allies around Superman to make this like a major emotional story for him. Have Lois lose her Superwoman powers, like to make it more, because if this is supposed to be like the emotional crux is really supposed to be laid on Superman, that's what they've done. They've stripped Superman of some of his
support
securities,
right,
so that it leaves way for him to be more susceptible to the Darkseid Legion. That's my thoughts. Won't lie. Yeah, exactly. Yuri, I think Joshua Williamson has been doing a really good job. It would probably be like Krypton used to be a part of Apocalypse's own group of planets, but maybe the New Gods of the planet and a few others from Darkseid. Yep.
Yeah, I was just reading that and I was like, either way, I'm excited for it. DC and Marvel are on a great path right now. I can't complain.
Yeah. Same here. All right, so Kella, your heat vision is a mutated form of All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so we got a couple other things that we wanted to talk about too. So obviously this is super exciting. You mentioned something this week that you read, which was I'm trying to pull it up on screen here so that we can get it, so that it can make more sense when we're talking about it.
More excitement.
Yeah, I think it was X-Men: Age of Revelation. Is that what it was?
Yes, I believe that's the name of it. Basically the new X-Force team.
Okay.
So do you need me to send you the link again real quick?
I'll pull this up and then we can dive into. I got the link that you shared with me too.
Okay, got you.
All right. Well, go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook on this one.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, from what I'm seeing from this is supposed to be in the future. I think like 10 years into the future.
Mhm.
And it's supposed to be a whole new team now. Yes, X years later. So this is supposed to be a whole new team now of Iceman, Gateway. I could be pronouncing his name wrong. Phantom X,
Yeah,
Phantomix.
no, Phantom X, I think is
Okay, I just okay, Spyro and Warpath. And so they're the new Uncanny X-Men, and they had to kill a pissed off Storm. And they're being led by Rogue, by the way. Now, this is a Storm where
so what's going on with Cyclops?
Yo, Cyclops isn't in the picture no more. Cyclops is gone. We don't even know if he's alive now.
So y'all peep this photo?
Yeah, like, yeah, he's not dealing with it. So here's the thing. I read issue 0 of what's going on. Magneto, by the way, with the wings is crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, what's going on here, fam?
Hold on. Do we have that one doesn't have the picture of Wolverine. Like, Wolverine looks crazy.
Oh, you sent me the picture of Wolverine. I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh man.
Yeah, you sent me the picture of Wolverine.
But listen, yo, it's so crazy. Like, so basically, it's not officially a second Krakoa, but that's what the storyline sounding like. It sounded like a second Krakoa where there's a new mutant who I'm assuming his ability is the ability to have influence over you. They haven't really said what his ability is, but just from what he did with Scott, yeah,
this is fire. Yeah,
just what he did with Scott. He had Scott infiltrate a prison to break out some mutants. He had Scott break in, and Maria Hill got killed. Magic got killed. Yeah, and that's not Scott.
Okay.
But all this guy had to do was say, "Trust me." And Scott's like, "Yeah, okay." Okay. Come on, this is Scott we're talking about.
Sure.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking like, this might be what it is, but it's definitely going to be a crazy read. It started off where there's a designated mutant zone and a helicopter or airplane was going through. A storm knocked it down and killed the people inside. She's threatening to freeze the entire planet right now.
So my question is she still, do we know if she's still Eternal Storm?
So I don't know. We haven't gotten that.
Yeah, that is Zorn. That is Zorn. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that answer yet.
Because I'm like, they better not be turning Storm evil.
So that's the thing. She's possessed by some sort of dark magic, it says.
Possessed by dark magic. So is that not eternity anymore? So it's not eternity. So what okay.
Yeah, Quanos, I'm saying the same thing. Can they even fight Storm? Even with Rogue's ability, let's be real. Rogue can only take so much energy before.
Right. She just knocks out herself.
She passes out her. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what can you really do against an angry Storm who's possessed by dark magic?
You get the living tribunal and hope.
Bro, hold on. Hold on. Is there a way I can? I'm gonna send you a picture of this just so you can, because when you see how she looks, it's like, yo, she's not here to play no games.
Yeah, when you send me that picture, pull up. So what I was asked sacrifice Pac can do. Oh my gosh.
I just sent it to you, by the way.
Don't worry. If it's Man of Steel, he'll just tell you not to come save him. That's all. Let's move on. So my question is this though. Is this like supposed to be what leads to this whole second Krakoa thing?
So here's the thing. We've heard in it was like Time Shifters, I think it was the comic you read.
Time Slide.
Okay, I remember something. I didn't read it. You did.
Oh, the one with Vacuna, this new person, and that I'm not saying it right. That was supposed to be able to erase mutants from all time.
That Flarkin movie.
Listen, he brought up Parkhead. That's where my brain immediately went. Okay.
Yo, Storm looks like when we used to Google Super Saiyan 5 back in the day. Yo.
Did you send me the picture? Oh, you did.
Yeah.
You did.
So, oh man, they mentioned a second Krakoa there. And then inside of Superior Avengers, they mentioned a second Krakoa. So I'm thinking we might end up getting something about it. And they mentioned it in this, this comic too.
Okay. So see that axe? Like, where'd she get that axe from?
Yeah, and why is she dressed like that? And this is 10 years in the future.
Yeah, she yeah. I don't know. And look at how Rogue got brass knuckles right now.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think those brass knuckles are enough.
Y'all see this?
Like, honestly, this is going to have to be a cheat type fight. You see the markings on Storm, like she like back into her roots.
Yeah, right here. Yeah. And the markers on the face and everything. Nah,
yeah.
that ain't regular. Like you said she's possessed by some dark force right now, right? So all right, okay. I'm gonna let them cook. Because here's the thing, yo. These X-Men comics recently it's been hard to follow, man.
Did you see what Nigel just said? Ooh.
Is it Wakanda weapons? Could it be? Is it though?
And keep in mind too, she's straight up villain right now. She's threatening to freeze planet Earth.
Like all of it. Like the entirety of planet Earth.
The whole planet. And all the gods are dead.
Plot armor? I mean, we do love our plot armor, don't we? No, so honestly, I like the art's fine. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to decipher what's going on in the art. That's all. Dark Force could be Genesis, maybe, could be. I mean, she is wrapped up in all. Yeah, it still could be.
Yeah, so we do cover the Storm comic on our channel. I'm heavily into.
I think Yuri knows that.
Yeah, I'm heavily in tune with it. Yeah. But this is going to be a series that again is going to jump 10 years into the future. So until they start telling us stuff, there's a lot of gap there for them to manipulate the story in so many ways.
Yeah. So what does that mean for the? Just hit myself with the mic. What does that mean for the current X-Men stuff? Because right now we got Uncanny X-Men, we got X-Men. Is this like replacing the regular X-Men comics? Like
we haven't been told that yet. Keep in mind we only got issue 0, which was like a prelude.
Yeah.
Which just basically said, about the prison riot and about Maria Hill, and then that's how Scott ended up leaving.
I'm sorry, yo.
What I miss. Storm probably does freeze the planet.
Marvel.
Yo.
I mean, we do like to go back in time because time travel is never confusing. Ever.
Not with Marvel.
Time is never confusing at all, by any means.
Oh man.
Wow.
Listen, Marvel has people right now time traveling in 4 different eras.
True.
Fantastic Four
is doing their thing. I mean, it's not time travel, but we just saw Miles go into a whole different universe. I mean, things is happening.
But I mean, I'm excited to see. I'm loving everything they're doing with Storm right now. They haven't been messing with her. I know people are feeling some sort of way, but Storm is winning right now.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I think Storm is probably the best anything X-Men related or mutant related right now. Storm is absolutely the best where that's concerned. Exceptional X-Men is actually not that bad either. Like the little story with like Emma and Kitty and that's not. I'm a little behind on it, but that was a fun series. Uncanny was also good for a little while until they did the raid on Grey Malkin thing, that's where I
Okay, yep.
out from like both X-Men series a little bit.
So I won't lie because I'm still keeping up with it. Magic series is actually good.
Okay.
Or is it, I don't, obviously there's not a huge crowd that's like, hey, I want to read Magic, but her series is actually good.
So what's going on in her series right now?
A lot of depression, mental breakdown, daddy issues, and a lot of demons trying to take over the planet.
Okay. You had set you. I'm sorry, I forgot to click on this link because there's some stuff that was down here too. So yeah, you had this picture, but then there's Age of Revelation, the X-Men's new mega event. So it's apparently this is just like Age of Apocalypse. Age of Revelation will be brutal and unforgiving.
Yeah, see, and Beast looks crazy.
Was that Beast? So I was confused if this was Beast or not. Is this Beast right here?
Yeah, that's Beast.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I still don't know why Magneto kind of has the whole feather wings thing going on.
So is he cured yet? Because like, does this mean that he's cured now?
So because the way they did it on that issue, legit, you see these guys. This is the last panel, and that's it. So we don't know anything.
Got it.
They legit kept you in suspense for that buildup.
Okay. Hey, listen, let them cook. So this comes out in October too, right? This is another
I believe in October. Yeah.
So we're gonna be waiting.
Dark Beast vibes. This Beast looks like he's about to be Solomon Grundy Beast.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
That's too good right there. Oh man, that's too good right there. All right, so we wanted to talk about this too. So y'all been keeping up with Imperial?
Oh man.
So Imperial right now
great series.
Is one of my like favorite comics right now to read, and I'm gone down probably too many rabbit holes where that's concerned, because so first issue we found out that I'm gonna pull it up here and then we can chit chat about it. So first issue we found out that there's somebody within the Galactic Council that is basically killing a lot of important leaders. One of those leaders was Hulk's son, which is the reason why Warbreaker Hulk. That's why he gathered his Hulk people, She-Hulk, Brawn, and went over to Sakaar and Evo, which is a different Sakaar, like not the regular Sakaar.
Yeah, and which confused me, by the way.
Yeah, long story. We don't need to get into it. It's just as bad as the regular Sakaar. It's just as awful. Like, you know what I mean? So like, but and then later on, that's when they they ended up. He took Brawn with him over to where the Galactic Council is, and then some ish started going down, and they killed. So originally, the Galactic Council scientists, like the hive mind of scientists there, they stated that it was poisons. That's the reason. That's what was killing all these different leaders, and of course, this was happening around the time when all the Galactic Council leaders are supposed to assemble so that they could make basically new rules or what they're going to be doing over the next few years. So it's not a coincidence that it's happening around this particular time. And as a result, the Galactic Council scientists, they got together, they said, yes, it's poisons, but we also know where the poisons are coming from. And it was deemed that it was Kree that depends on what you're talking about, Yuri, but it was deemed that it was Kree that were the ones not Kree, it was the Skrulls. The Skrulls were accused of being the ones that created the poisons.
Yep, because it was able to like change or something like that, and
it's like it's two different poisons put together. One does one thing, one does the other thing, right? And the other one only really activates when the first one does its thing. And that kind of started this rift at the Galactic Council because it was Jason, who's Star-Lord's father, that announced, I found out that it was the scrolls or whatever, right? And then all hell kind of breaks loose there. The science, one of the scientists, one of the Kree scientists came out and said, "Yeah, we created it, but we didn't we didn't distribute it. We just sold it or gave it to somebody who paid for it, and then they must have administered it. And when before he could even announce who it was, dude gets a vibranium bullet to the dome, but." It turns out when we fast forward to issue 2 of that it's the vibranium bullet is fabricated.
Fake.
Yeah,
It was a
but
lab diamond.
yeah, but that only happened after the remaining members of the Galactic Council, after Jason got killed as well.
Mm-hmm.
When they went to Wakanda Prime, which, by the way, I didn't know that Wakanda Prime was still a thing. Because I wasn't privy to that in the original story, didn't really read it. That stuff was not something that I was privy to whatsoever. So that was cool because my understanding of like Wakanda Prime. It's basically kind of similar to what happened with like Krakoa, where you had like mutants that were on Krakoa, and then you had mutants, of course, that were in Mars. That was my understanding of how kind of like that shaped out and went to. Listen, I don't read every comic, so sometimes I'm just filling in the blanks as other people are. So I say all this to say Jonathan Hickman, once again, is a national treasure because he continues to write these really phenomenal, compelling stories. But at the same time, I'm a little pissed because we found out that the person that has been orchestrating this thing the entire time is the Grandmaster.
Yeah.
And that was disappointing to me. That's my whole thing. It's disappointing to me. It's disappointing to me. Well, because it's always like his series are kind of rushed.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that was a flu fly. I killed him. They didn't reveal those 2 characters playing the boy are behind it. They didn't reveal. So to be fair, it's heavily implied, right?
Yeah. They revealed without revealing, but like, they gave it.
It's heavily as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna scan back to my video. I'm pretty sure that if I look back in the text, whether or not he did it or not, he's definitely the one that pushed them to the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what are your overall thoughts so far on Imperial?
I told you mine. I like it. I'm highly upset that it's only a 3-part series. This is one of those things where, how do I word this? This is more of a strategic type of comic, and I feel these need to play out a lot more. We need longer issues with this because now we still need to know what happened with back with his son's 5 days of mourning, and also the gate was destroyed and all this other stuff. So what, you're going to cram all this into one issue, and we need to know who the actual person was in the suit and everything. That's going to be super rushed.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I pulled up my video. I won't pull it up on stream to make it look pompous, but I pulled the video. It says at the end, this is the Grandmaster talking, and at the end we come to this: a perfectly played game painted across a canvas of cold, unforgiving space. Waiting for the words to scroll through. I chose the players. I chose the board.
I do remember that. Yep.
And as such, I cannot lose. And then, that was it.
Oh, so see, I didn't know that there was 2 war issues keeping it raw. So altogether, there'll be 5. It's a 5-part series altogether.
It's a 5-part series. Sorry, so you buried my lead. You buried my lead. I was doing the build up to then give you the crescendo. Keeping it raw. You ruined the moment for me. By the way, thank you. I was gonna say it's only a 4-part series, but then we have spinoffs, and the spinoffs include. So we have actually quite a bit of them. So I was looking them up today, and I think so. There's one with She-Hulk. There's one with my gosh, you know what? Let's search it this way. And I think this will be able to show you all the ones that
because this main storyline is actually fire. I want it to play out more.
Yeah, so that it will play out more. And that's it right here. So you have Imperial right here. Then there's going to be the Imperial War, but it's specific ones. We have Imperial War Black Panther. They have Imperial War Exiles. There's Imperial War Imperial Guardians. I think there's one. Yeah, there's one with Planet She-Hulk. So this one's supposed to be where
Planet She-Hulk.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be. Remember, she got left on Sakaar and Evo.
Yeah,
because Hulk went to where the Galactic
to find out what was going on. Yeah, and he left her there with
she left
with the mourning and stuff.
Yeah, to supervise the mourning and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, for 5 days.
So you keep it raw. Once again, you stole my thunder, but here we are. They have a lot more coming. There's going to be a Nova one too, and these are, I believe that these are different writers. If I'm not mistaken, I think Imperial War. Oh no, it's still Hickman, right?
Oh,
so Imperial War Wakanda is Hickman. Now on the cover, I believe this is Shuri.
Quando says she better not go World Breaker.
No, so it is Hickman that's still doing this, right? So right here, y'all see this? It's still Hickman. Lavelle. So yeah, this is T'Challa and the Hulks, right? So
yep.
And that is why I'm super excited about this right now.
We better get on part 2.
We're getting like part 4. We're getting part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but they're doing it with these like spin-off stories of like this major story. And that to me is how you do something that's this big on a galactic stage.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
That's what I really like about this. Now, the one thing I will say though is for Nova, I've seen some complaints about how they don't like how like Nova is essentially they're turning him into like more of a cop, which I don't know if that's like the right complaint, because I feel like that's Nova.
Yeah. So listen, when I think of Nova, you know who I always think of, all jokes aside,
like a sheriff, like
Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
That's like, honestly what I always thought of. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that. This is like, so I'm actually looking forward to this. Now, there's no more Xandar. From the pages of Imperial, the Xandarian world mine will be lost forever unless Rich Rider can earn the credits needed to keep it alive. So no one must offer his services to have helmet will travel. That's our space cup. That's
what I was laughing at. You already seen it. I was laughing at it.
I saw some of the complaints and I was like,
don't you dare call my beard just like
this. I was like, what the F we talking about? Like he's
a space cop.
Yeah. That's, my only complaint is he's been avoiding the fight completely. Yeah, he's been very disinterested. He's been very disinterested. But you know the reason why I feel like he's been disinterested? Because he doesn't want to fight on their terms.
Yeah, he's super.
He doesn't want to fight on their terms.
Yeah, it's my way or no way.
Because he's just like, no, I want to do this now because there's like, I feel like I'm making the decision.
Yep.
I feel like he like genuinely was just like, no, especially being that it was Peter. and his pops.
And his father. He did
Yeah,
not
he
want
was
to
like,
do it for
nah,
his
I'm not
father.
doing this, bro.
Not for his father. No.
And he has been do some ish over the years, man. Isn't it the last novel? So I think it's him and Sam.
I was gonna say there's
That's
one more.
left.
There's
Yeah,
one
it's him
more
and
that's
Sam
left.
that's left. So that's where this is at. So Imperial, if you guys have not read it yet, go check it out. Go read it. It's been some really good stuff so far. I'm not fighting because I'm an endangered species. It is. It's listen. Would you fight if you were an endangered species?
Yo.
Oh man. All right. So let's wrap it up with this. So this week we got Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Coming out, and I'm amped because I believe that I've done it the right way. What I mean by that is I've avoided everything that is possible. What's going on, Sanji?
Yeah, Disney ruined that for me.
What's going on, Styles? I didn't see you. I didn't see you in. So on. I've been avoiding everything like the plague. You understand what I mean? Because I don't want to see anything. But this right here, it hit me differently for a few different reasons. So it says this here. This is discussing the film that posted this on Twitter. And it said that Matt Shankman says Reed Richards was the hardest role to cast for the Fantastic Four. He goes from being the nerdy scientist who's locked away in a lab to the husband and the father who do anything to protect his family to the guy who's leading the Avengers. I realized that the version we were building had to have all of those elements. This struck me because I'm like, hold on. Reed Richards is going to lead the Avengers? This is conflicting. Right? Now, this is Max Shackman. I keep on saying Shackman. Who is?
Could he be leading a portion of the...
What we were told, right, is after Captain America Brave New World, that Captain America is supposed to be leading the New Avengers. It's supposed to be leading... No, not the New Avengers. My bad. New Avengers is a different team. It's supposed to be building together an Avengers team.
Yep.
So then now we're finding out that Reed is supposed to be leading Avengers too. So my question now is, are there going to be multiple Avengers like how we've seen now with New Avengers?
Well, we already know now there's multiple Avengers because that's why there was a lawsuit, remember?
Yeah.
And they had to put a Z on their name so they didn't get sued.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they're technically not the Avengers anymore, right? They're new Avengers. They're not the Avengers. So are we gonna have? So like, what's going on here? I've been bullet. I got my Fantastic Four tickets Friday night, Saji. We're going to see it on Friday too, separately, but we're going to see it on Friday as well. I've been bullet dodging spoilers like I'm in the Matrix. Same here, but this one popped out to me. Why did they put out so much promo? This is my problem again.
This probably has the biggest promo I've ever seen for a movie.
For Marvel movie or MCU movie?
Oh my!
I thought Superman was a lot. This has been a lot.
They're still releasing new scenes. I won't ruin nothing for you guys because I don't like the spoiler I got. I would just say this. I was watching Naruto with my girlfriend on Disney Plus.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, a Fantastic Four, maybe 30-second trailer comes on. And within that 30 seconds, they gave me the main plot of the movie.
And that's Disney. That's Disney themselves doing it.
Yes.
That's Disney themselves.
They gave me the main plot of the movie. Why?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. All right. So Sanji said this. This might clear it up right here. So he said that. Oh, I got rid of it off the screen. That's a misconception. Pedro cleared it up. He meant he was the leader of the Avengers in the comics. He would not be leader of the Avengers. Okay, thank you. I didn't see that follow up. So that alleviates my questioning then. The one thing I heard so far was Galactus' voice. So I heard that Galactus is worth the watch. Like just period. Like Galactus is worth the watch.
I haven't heard the voice yet.
And I heard that the visuals are really good. Stunning, some have said. Like literally, it's been stunning, which like, damn. You know what I mean? I'm hearing some people once again doing the proverbial Marvel. This is a good step in the right direction for Marvel. I've heard people say the same thing, say that again. I am just praying that that's the case. That's the only thing that I would say. I'm just praying that is the case, because I do think that I would just love to see, for me personally, I would love to see Marvel get back again to being a top tier sort of. They are still top tier. Let's not kid ourselves there, right? Like, they are still,
just get back to their
but
mark.
to their standard, like
Yeah.
their standard. I would like to see them get back to what that is, and they haven't been that for
some time.
for a little while, longer than they should have been. And you know, my wife said something to me today that really stuck with me. She was like, "I'm not really looking forward to going to see Fantastic Four," and I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because I was, and because I was explaining some prior to me saying that, prior to her saying that, I was explaining what's going on in the Marvel comic universe, and you know, she could give two poops about, but she heard me talking about it. She heard my excitement, and she was like, "Oh, that's really cool. So like, you've been covering these stories, and and then you haven't, like, you, and it's now leading up to this one big story that's going to happen in December, and the same thing for DC that's going to happen here in October." And she was like, "That's what I miss about the MCU." Unprompted, she was like, "That's what I miss about the MCU."
Remember, I
She was
said
like,
something about that to you. They need to go back to that.
yeah, she was like, I don't know. I don't have everything. This seems like it's just this one-off thing. And because it's just this one-off thing, she's like, I don't have any excitement for it because there's no story build up. There's no, it's like we haven't been building this up for the past 5-6 years. It just seems like these random stories.
They
And
should
I
have
was
did
like,
that with King. Let me shut
yep,
up.
they should have continued that with Kang. And before we segue to our final thing that we'll talk about tonight, I just want to share this. I just want to share this because
Are you
this was
about to say what I sent you?
yeah, I got to share this because this was shared with us. You know, a little.
It
This was
was
shared
sent to
today.
me, so I had to
I don't know
send
if
it to
this is
you.
real. I don't know if this is real or not. But it said, Kevin Feige claims that Kang wasn't big enough, and Marvel already planned a pivot to Doctor Doom.
You know the two letters I'm calling, right?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
UP.
Yeah.
Quano said it's real.
Yeah. So this is a legit thing. See, this bothers me. And I get what you're saying, Shanji. Like, Doom is a bigger villain than Kang, for sure.
They could have led up to
Doom
it.
didn't have any build up. We weren't building up towards Doom. We were building up towards Kang. And Kang would have been fine had you continued to build up towards Kang. But then
no one was complaining about King. We were complaining about what they were
getting
doing
by
with him.
ants.
Yeah, that's what we were complaining
That's what we were
about.
saying, but you could have fixed that easily. You could have fixed that story. Hey, weaker Kang, come on now. Did you see the Council of Kangs? They about to do some ish. They do some ish, and then you're just like, oh shoot, nah, Kang is a problem, right? Like, that was where you can kind of get things going. I just, to me, like, the bigger issue is not about whether Kang was big enough or not. It was just simply about the fact that there was a proper build up for Kang, because you had been dropping little things that said, okay, this all leads to Kang. None of this led to Doom, and that's why I'll say it over and over again. You should just recast it.
Yep.
But Kang was on a 90-day probation.
Yeah.
Then when they got the rights to Doom, they wanted to pivot. All right, so this is what Sanji's saying here. So I just want to
don't just cut the whole thing. There's people who were actually invested into King. You gotta understand, not every character you bring in is going to be a list or a S list villain. So look, after Doom, who are you bringing in? That's supposed to be higher than Thanos and Doom to still keep everyone intrigued.
Yeah. Rest of them, they wanted to pivot, and they would have done Doom originally if they had the rights. Yeah, but you didn't build up. But you get what I'm saying. Like story wise, you hadn't built up to Doom, so therefore it seems off. You know, it's just ultimately
They
seems off.
sorry, Quanos, they already confirmed they scratched everything to do with Null. He no longer exists in movies.
Sony did that, right? Or did
Yeah.
Marvel haven't done that? The
So
Sony.
Sony still has the rights to Null, and they said that they are no longer going forward with anything Null related anymore.
Yeah, that could have worked, Quanos, but it still wouldn't have felt as satisfying. I think maybe it's an issue with me where I just like continuity, and because there was not proper continuity, it
Yeah.
just feels like you shoehorned in Doom, and of course you shoehorned in RDJ because he's amazing, and you know that people love him, so therefore bringing him back. You know that's all. They should just write better singular stories. They have spoiled everybody with the Thanos stuff. They need to stick to the basics, perfect basics. Yeah, the perfect basis was just continuity again. Just continuity.
Yep.
Give me something. And even like then, it's like they still haven't really dropped any hints towards Doom. Like think about this for a second. It's not like the Thunderbolts did anything to make you think that Doom's coming.
No.
Fantastic Four will, right? But like you know, it's and get it. It's between they're between a rock and a hard place because they made the decision late, and because they made the decision late, things were already filmed. But it's just weird, guys. That's all I'm saying.
And we were already
It's not
deeply
what we're
invested.
used to. We were used to what we got in the Infinity Saga. Like we just and that's just my main complaint is there's no continuity. And when I hear my wife say something like that, it sticks out to me because my wife is not like a die-hard fan, but
Yeah.
she watched every movie in the Infinity Saga.
And
She,
here's I want to add.
primarily because it was a build-up to Thanos.
I just want to add too, if they were gonna go with Doom instead of King, then they should have did a better way of sending him off as well. So like with the and everyone knows how Loki 2 ends, you know,
Yeah.
but we really got no proper send off for Kang. What we got in Quantum Mania wasn't a real send off. We don't know if he's actually dead or went to another sub level.
The send off was really the Loki season 2 series, which they rewrote, I think they reshot or did some stuff
They
towards
did
the very end.
reshoots, yeah,
Mhm.
but you see where I'm coming from, like
Because they had already planned on Canon J Major, so therefore
yeah.
they just needed to reshoot that
I
to make
told
it
you when they
to
were
close the
when they
band-aid.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I just I thought it was kind of cheesy how they did it. I would have respected it more if they was just like, you know what? Because of all the time traveling and they've already changed the time traveling rules 90 times anyway. Oh, he looks different now.
Yeah. We were spoiled. Thanos is obviously my favorite character. Yeah. No, I agree with this statement too. Like, I think the Fantastic Four movie should have come sooner. The moment they pivoted, it should have come sooner, or
Mm,
yeah,
okay.
something, or even if they had said, you know what, we're gonna stretch this out further down the line so that we can drop in some movies and some stories that that have more of a lead up towards Doom. I would have said, cool. As long as you do the story
Yep.
correctly, you do it right, you could push this out to 2028, 2029. But I get it. They got built. They got money that they want to make, right? So I'm not as smart as they are. I'm not running a movie studio franchise like they are. There's more that
So
they know. So I'm gonna leave it to them. But I'm just saying as a fan, that's what I would have wanted.
Quanos, he said, is there a movie that comes out in between Final almost said Final Fantasy? Oh man, I gotta stop that. Fantastic Four.
Right.
When I say
Indeed.
FF, I think Final Fantasy.
I hear you.
Fantastic Four and Doomsday. So that's why Doomsday got pushed back, is because I think they pulled Spider-Man
Spider-Man to go.
forward, correct?
I
To come
think I
before
I don't remember, but I believe that Spider-Man is supposed to come before Doomsday.
Doomsday now.
Yeah, so brand new day is supposed to come before Doomsday
Doomsday.
hits.
Yeah, so that's what it is now. It's just I feel like we're about to get a rush job.
No, we are. We are gonna get a rush job. Now, my saving grace in all of this, I say all my complaints to say this. I think the Russo brothers have done phenomenal work with the MCU. And I
Mhm.
think that it's their more than capable of doing it again, especially being that you are bringing back RDJ.
Yeah.
And especially that Kevin Feige is properly back at the helm. I think that they can actually do something super fantastic with this. No pun intended, but they can actually do something pretty good with this, just simply because we have Feige back at the helm. He's not split now between Star Wars. He's back at the helm, and that his under like the Fantastic Four movie was shot right under his like full leadership, unlike the previous movies, and so will Brand New Day. So I do believe, or with
I didn't know that.
With his oversight, no, I think it was well known that like Kevin Feige, like after Endgame, had basically been pulled to work on a lot of Star Wars stuff, and he wasn't primarily like completely inundated with Marvel projects as much as he was before.
Got you.
So
Okay.
a lot of the shows and movies, like he was involved, but he wasn't.
Couldn't be fully invested.
Yeah, exactly. So because he was stretched, and now I believe that he has more proper oversight over those things, and I think that is my saving grace to like. I think Fantastic Four will be good. I think Brand New Day will be good. I think Doomsday will be good. But of course, there's always going to be in the back of my mind, like, damn, I still wanted to see what happened with Kay.
Listen, Punisher and Brand New Day, it's gonna be great.
I mean, once again, it probably will be. So I'm sure about that. The Doom reveal can still be real sci-fi if it's written well. My favorite story is Tony was always Doom, but Kang changes history for him to be Tony. Yeah, it could be. All right. So listen, I'm looking forward to seeing it on Friday. Y'all should buy y'all tickets. Well, we'll let y'all know how it comes out, but y'all should buy y'all tickets because I think this is, like I said, for that reason, Feige being back, I think that there are some reasons for some excitement to be able to go see this movie, and hopefully this pays off well. And we can go from there. Secret Wars is always a reboot. Right, exactly. So I do think that there's going to be a reboot in the. I think they said that there was already going to be a reboot.
They confirmed that. Yeah, they confirmed that. I recommend going to see this movie because you know what's going to happen Monday anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're going to be live.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We'll gauge whether or not y'all want us to talk spoilers or not, but we're definitely going to talk about it.
Yes.
But listen, we appreciate y'all being with us here tonight. Thank you so much. As always, we enjoyed the heck out of this here. By the way, if y'all didn't realize, I am rocking some new Keepin' It comic merch. By the way, let me move my mic out of the way so you guys can see it. Well, let me not drop my mic. But Kick presents the multiverse. Kick presents the multiverse of takes. This is a terrible display. I believe I can actually show you what it looks like on the website. But we do have some new merch here. If you guys haven't seen it as of yet, I'll pull it up now. If you guys go to the link keepinitcomic.com, you'll see all of our merch that's here. We got a bunch of different stuff. We actually got this new Superman shirt here as well that says "Raised by Kents and Powered by Hope." So that just dropped today. We're gonna be dropping some stuff here on a Fantastic Four as well. We'll make this shirt that I have here go live too. So
yeah, we'll get that live tomorrow.
We'll get that one live tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we'll get that one live right as soon as we're done with the stream here. But more stuff is going to be coming out. One of the best ways that you can support Keepin' It Comic is by getting your own merch and rocking it with us here. More to come as we go forward. Also, another way to support the channel is by becoming a Keepin' It Comic YouTube channel member as well. That helps to support us here so we can continue to keep things going here on the channel, talk about your favorite comics and all. But definitely appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Until next time, and as always, y'all, thank y'all for kicking it with Keepin' It Comic. Bye.